How to connect with people on a deep level. Most people throughout their life constantly go around and have completely meaningless conversations. At best, they might be able to relate to someone and maybe understand their story based on what they've been through, and they're constantly trying to understand other people through what they've experienced, relating their experiences to what other people are telling them about. So if you want to connect with people on a deeper level, it's actually pretty simple. You gotta stop trying to relate to people. And instead, you have to start to be present when you're in a conversation or talking to someone. You gotta make sure that you're there and you're fully listening. Now, after you listen to someone tell you something, or after someone tells you a story or explains an emotion or something that they're feeling, your first urge will be to come in with your experience, tell them about how you did something that was similar. Maybe someone went to, let's say, Paris, and then they tell you about their experience, and instead of asking them about how it was, you come and tell them about your Paris experience, or that you want to go to Paris or something like that. What you want to do is the complete opposite. What you want to do instead is get into an emotional, deep-hitting conversation with someone. If you do that, you start to get a lot more value exchanging between the two people, and the conversation becomes a lot more exciting and you have more fun with each other. So instead of trying to relate to the person, you ask them about sort of how do they feel about that experience. You go deeper, you ask them about how it was, how did they feel in that moment, and those type of questions spark a much deeper sort of conversation, and you go beyond the surface, because most people in today's day and age are stuck on the surface level of conversation, which is, hey, how are you? I'm good. Yeah, how are you? Blah blah blah. They tell a story, they relate, that's it, it's over. What you want, if you want to create deep, meaningful conversation, is you want to dig deeper. That's the way I want you to view it. If you want to create a deep, emotional conversation, you gotta keep digging deeper. It's pretty obvious, but most people never think about it, and therefore never have results with that. You want to be a valuable human being, someone that people love being around? Well, then this is the way to go. You gotta start to conversate in a whole different way than you've been doing previously. If you're not getting the results that you want right now, try this. Try digging a little bit deeper. Stop settling for the surface stuff that people tell you, because in fact when they're telling you about something, it's a sign, it's a cue for you to go deeper. The only thing that you have to do is take the opportunity and ask. The same goes for any other topic that you're talking about with another human being. Try to go for the emotional level. Go for the emotional level, because there you can make a positive impact. If you're relating, the best that you can do is get someone to maybe understand what you're saying to them, the technical aspects of it. That's not what you want. If you want meaningful conversations, if you want something where you're affecting people and they're affecting you, both in a positive way, hopefully, then you have to be on the deep emotional level. You have to go and dig deeper, and that's every single time that you're talking about anything. Try to go a little bit deeper. Another thing that you can do is start to ask yourself, how can I add more value in this situation and to this person in particular? When you do that, you start to help people, and when you help people, they start to appreciate you more, which in turn leads to deeper conversations and leads to more meaningful relationship. Maybe you're helping each other, and that's always very valuable. And so in order for you to get this kind of relationship with people, you have to be adding value. You have to be constantly contributing and giving something of yours to get something of theirs, and you're constantly helping each other out. And that's just fantastic. Most importantly, more important than anything else, is to take control of yourself, because your urge in every conversation is to relate to people. Our natural human urge is to relate to everything that happens and try to put it into this box and try to create our own reality around it and kind of disguise it the way that we want it to be. So what you have to do is fight that urge off and instead go for the deep emotional level, because that's where the gold is, and that's where people tell you the truth of what things are, how they feel, how you can help them, all this stuff that you actually need to connect, have a meaningful relationship and meaningful conversations in the long term.